Okay, so I'm gonna make a video that's gonna upset some people. When do we not do that? So the tactical Timmies of the world like to practice speed drawing their pistol to transition from a rifle. And like, while that is a handy thing if your gun takes a shit while someone is within 25 yards, how often does that happen? How much training effort are you spending on this? Let's talk about something that's more likely, at least in my mind, and that is, I think you should practice to quickly reload your rifle. I think that the thing that's going to make your rifle fail more than anything else is that it has run out of ammunition and needs to have new ammunition put into it. So, like, if you want a base level skill to practice and 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 practice, go do that shit. Okay? Your rifle is a more effective weapon than the pistol is ever. A. B. You may not have a pistol. You will always have extra magazines, hopefully. Like, if you don't have that, too, then you're real boned. Okay? There's a whole bunch of things where, like, you might just have a rifle. Now, if you're carrying a pistol, I think it would behoove you to maybe occasionally try drawing it while ditching the gun, because, like, that is a thing, right? You should know this shit. But you shouldn't train every day, all day on pistol transitions. And if you are doing that, I guarantee you're not going to be a very good rifle shooter. What are you? Are you a fucking rifle to pistol transition expert? Or are you a rifleman? Practice to reload the goddamn rifle, then. And, like, this is some, like, major, like, disagreement or whatever, because, like, in my mind, your job is to hold that rifle and shoot at the enemy with it. In your mind, your job is to stay alive. The pistol thing is a legit, probably keeps you more alive in the civilian context. Especially. In a greater fighting context, my men aren't going to have pistols. First off. Second off, if they did, that pistol does dick good for me. I need them to have their rifle in the fight. The pistol is effective at a couple, 20 yards, 30 yards. The fucking rifle is effective at 800. They need to have their rifle in the fight. So this is why I practice and preach this, which is, I know how to speed draw a fucking pistol. I can do it. I have practiced it before. It is not what I spend my life dedicating my shit to doing. It's one of those, like, I don't know, I can get one out pretty fast. Hey, I even got it back in there. That doesn't usually happen that swift. If you do practice to put your gun back a lot, I don't know what to say to you. Like, I guess you will look cooler than me. I'll give you that one. But yeah, in general speaking, like, there are times where, like, you legitimately will die because you're trying to reload the gun or whatever, versus going to that pistol. Like, if you're inside of 20 yards or something like that, and, that dude's right there and your gun just took a shit or ran empty maybe or whatever, that is a time where, like, I would be like, yeah, you should transition pistol. Unless you have no skill at that whatsoever, then maybe you're still better off with the fucking reload. And, like, this is half of my thing is, so a lot of people like to talk about what is best. And, like, what is best because this is what the special forces do. For the average person, that is not best. The average person, I don't know. I think you're probably going to end up a rifleman. That's kind of a whole different thing, right? This is, again, assuming that, like, there's some sort of militia thing or whatever. All this becomes, like, real again. Should clarify that, but in the civilian context, your pistol is, like, your primary weapon. So I don't see the sense in having this conversation. Like, not carrying a rifle, only have a handgun, no point in this convo. So this is kind of a military-focused conversation. Military/militia, right? And I don't know. This is what I chose to do, and my reasoning is that rifles are real weapons and that pistols are fake ones. And I think it's hilarious how many people have entire, like, courses and shit dedicated to this. I'm sure you can go fucking pay Travis Haley a lot of money to learn how to transition, when you could come here and get it for free, baby. So the first thing you want to do is find a gender therapist. Transitioning the gun community. That's what the name of this is. Because the transition that you need to make is from being a fucking pistolero to being a fucking rifleman. And riflemen reload rifles. They don't fucking draw pistols. That's just facts. Also, I should add that if you do draw a pistol in a rifle fight, I'd aim for the face. It's just friendly advice. Nothing else counts, basically. Between them probably wearing body armor and being at an extended range and whatever, like, nothing counts but fucking, like, eye socket shots. That's to the equivalent of, like, I consider a pistol to be. Is basically at the ranges I'm going to be using it at, I'm going to have to shoot him in the face, probably. And a lot of people don't get that, like, for a 9mm, that's, you know, at 50 yards. Like, I don't trust 9mm to really stop people up close, much less downrange. Everybody, like, takes the numbers off of shit at the muzzle and just assumes that's what shit does everywhere. And at 50 yards, 45 ACP is a shadow of itself. At, 100 yards, 9mm is a shadow of itself. I don't know. When you could be in a 200-yard fight, I think that's a relevant thing. Handguns are a virtually useless weapon. Treat them as such. They have a lot of utility for the civilian in that they can be carried many places and be concealed. This is their only redeeming quality. In combat, I think it's a good thing to have a sidearm on your belt. However, I also do see the argument of carrying more ammo. So, you do you. Some missions, or at least a lot of shit, I don't think I'd even pack a handgun. Except for the fact that I have my cowboy pistols and I want to, like, have death and glory and shit. That's why, we got both of these things on. I think this should sum up to you how I feel about pistols, and that I have a 1911 and a black powder revolver on. I kind of, like, use my pistols as, like, a place to experiment and play with old stuff, because, like, I want my rifles to be technologically relevant, I guess. I heard that Paul Harrell did a video on this, and I haven't watched it yet. I'm curious to see what he says. I bet you that he echoes my sentiments. I don't know. Maybe he will be more in favor of transitioning to pistols or whatever, because he is kind of a pistol dude, but he was in the Army for a long time. My guess is that he also agrees. So go watch his video now. Like, if you found this interesting at all, take whatever I said with a grain of salt and go watch Paul Harrell. I will say that, like, my reasoning on this is what I do. It's why I do it, and I think it's well reasoned out. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.